And joining us now, we've got a battery of reporters spread across the country. Aishwarya Paliwal, live from Delhi. Divyesh Singh from Mumbai. Sagar Raj from Bengaluru. Pramod Madhav from Chennai. Suryagni Roy joining us live from Kolkata. And finally, Abdul Bashir from Hyderabad. Let's begin with the national capital, with Delhi. Obviously sensitive because of its location, because of it being the national capital. This falls in Category 1. What do I mean by Category 1? It means the highest level of threat. So as part of the list that's been given by the MHA, Delhi, which clearly mentions including Delhi cantonment, is mentioned as high threat. So you'll see maximum drills happening here as expected. Let me bring in Aishwarya Paliwal for details really on what to expect in the national capital. Aishwarya, there will be a spotlight on Delhi. It's your power citadel of sorts of the country, which is why it is in Category 1 of high threat. What really are we looking at tomorrow when these mock drills happen, Aishwarya? We've been hearing of some suggestions that these civil defense volunteers are also making people aware of rushing into metro stations which act as bunkers.
Well, definitely, Akshita, number one is the national capital, and not just from today. Since the day the attack took place, the unfortunate, the dastardly terror attack in Pahalgam, we have seen how the national capital has been in the spotlight, and also because you have everyone staying here. I'm standing right outside Prime Minister's residence, so all the important houses, all the important ministers, everyone is in the national capital, which is why the spotlight is on this place. We will be telling, the government now wants to make sure that every citizen understands what needs to be done, and especially in the national capital as bunkers, as you rightly pointed out, the metro stations can double up as bunkers. What you need to do, what you need to look out for, that is something that we will see the volunteers telling people. A couple of the regions, let me tell you, in the national capital, CP, which is known as the heart of the national capital, Connaught Place is one of the areas where we will see a large number of volunteers out there. The police personnel will be out there. South Delhi, that is also one of the areas where we will see large number of people out there on the streets telling citizens what to do. The entire Latian zone, that's the place where we have all the ministers saying that's also the area that will be high focus tomorrow. So what needs to be done, what you need to look out for, and just in case you think something is not right, what you need to do, all that preparedness we'll see happening in the national capital, across the national capital throughout the day tomorrow. Akshita.
I also want to get in an update now from Mumbai. Residents of Mumbai, Mumbaikars, tomorrow you are going to be seeing a mock drill happening in your city as well. And let me just put out the details really of what the MHA has to say about Mumbai. Does it fall in Category 1? Does it fall in Category 2? Category 1, high threat. Because obviously Mumbai has seen terror attacks, has been in fact the target of terrorists previously. Mumbai also is one of those high threat areas, cities which will see elaborate mock drills happening tomorrow, and Divyesh is joining us with more details on that. Divyesh, we've been seeing a number of reporters by you and your colleagues about the kind of preparations on ground for tomorrow's mock drill. We understand several sensitive sites have been identified by officials, which is where these drills will happen.
Well, Akshita, Mumbai is the financial capital, and there are a number of key installations in Mumbai, in the city of Mumbai. They are scattered in South Mumbai, North Mumbai, Eastern Mumbai and Western Mumbai. There are a number of key locations. There are defense installations. There are important government offices, government headquarters located in Mumbai, and that is why it has been put into the Category 1. Now, this mock drill that is going to happen will hear air raid sirens at around 50 to 60 locations, which have been installed at 50 to 60 locations across Mumbai. These air raid sirens will go on, and these will alert the civil defense volunteers. There are thousands of civil defense volunteers, and this mock drill, when we spoke to the director of civil defense this morning, he said that this mock drill is being conducted to check the preparedness or to evaluate the preparedness of civil defense volunteers. These civil defense volunteers who are trained to perform their duties or to help citizens during warlike situation, during wartime, their preparedness will be checked, and their expertise will help citizens to help each other, to help various other persons, to take them to safety in case of a warlike situation, in case of an emergency. and to see that there are no casualties, there are no injuries,
you
people
see
are not
essentially
hurt.
contingency plans
That is
being
why
put
this
in place
preparedness
across.
or this mock drill is being conducted.
Let me take this across. All right, Divyesh getting us that update from Mumbai. Let me bring in Sagai Raj from Bengaluru right now. Sagai, interestingly, when you look at Bengaluru, it's Bengaluru Urban and Malleshwaram that have been identified as areas where you're going to be seeing these drills. But Bengaluru itself falling under category 2, which is moderate threat. Not high threat city, but moderate threat. And in Bengaluru, Bengaluru Urban and Malleshwaram particularly have been mentioned, Sagai.
Absolutely. These are the places which has been mentioned by the Home Ministry, and the government of Karnataka have taken serious cognizance of it. And now, as we speak, there is a meeting which is happening here at the Fire Force, and you can see that the arrangement is made here in this particular ground in Fire Force head office here in Bengaluru, where the Civil Defence, Home Guard, Fire Force personnel, as well as a few people from Health Department will be participating in this mock drill, where the stretchers, helmets, safety jackets and first aids will be given to them. The training will be given to them how they have to take care of the people during the emergency service, and there will be a mock drill which will be conducted to ensure that they take all kind of security measures if there's in case of any kind of emergency. They will also alert them what are the signs and what are the sirens that they will listen when there is any kind of emergency situation in the city.
Okay, Sagai, thanks for that update. Let me continue getting you a sense of what's happening right now across the nation as we're gearing up for those drills. I'm taking this across now to Pramod Madhav. He's joining us live from Chennai. Chennai is interestingly one of those cities in the south which falls under category 1 of a high threat. Perhaps because it's a coastal city is why Chennai falls in that category. And it's not just Chennai, but also Kalpakkam, the nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu, which also falls in that category. So there will be a focus, Pramod, on what these drills actually look like in the city of Chennai, perhaps in category 1 because it's by the sea.
It certainly is, Ashita, and you're absolutely right about saying that how Tamil Nadu has a vast coastline. Not just that, we also have 2 power plants, not one. One is Kudankulam and the other one is Kalpakkam. And right now we've been given information that 4 locations have been decided to go ahead with the mock drills for tomorrow. One is Kalpakkam. The other one is about the heavy vehicles and ordnance factory that is at Avadi. The other one is an oil refinery which is at Mannadi. All these are around Chennai, and also the Chennai airport. All these are the 4 locations where we can go ahead and see a mock drill. The Home Secretary for the state of Tamil Nadu held an extensive meeting today, and we are waiting for more details on it. But these are the 4 locations that have been chosen, and we presume one of them would be decided to go ahead with mock drills, especially just like you mentioned, it is about the usage of air raids. What if there is a kind of disaster and immediately people have to be evacuated? What are the discipline the people need to follow at this kind of crucial times? These are the ones that will be actually decided and will be enacted tomorrow to make sure that in a moment of panic, people know what to do and crucial lives could be saved, Akshita.
So there are a couple of sensitive regions, areas in Tamil Nadu which will be seeing these drills, and Pramod will be tracking those updates. Let me take this across also to Suryagni Roy. He's joining us live from Kolkata. What about Bengal? Does it fall in the high threat area? Does Kolkata fall in the high threat area? Let's just take a quick look at that. Not really. Kolkata's in category 2, moderate threat, much like Bengaluru. But Suryagni, at the same time, it's not just Kolkata, but there's actually a long list from West Bengal of places where we're going to be seeing these mock drills happen tomorrow.
Well, absolutely, Akshita. And let's not forget that West Bengal is a border state, and it does share it does shares the the longest border that India has with Bangladesh. And given the entire geopolitical situation, maybe that's the reason why so many districts of West Bengal and even Greater Kolkata has been included in those, in the list where the civil defense mock drills will happen tomorrow. However, it's still unclear where all are the centers or the places where the drill will be happening. As we speak, what we do come to know is that a decision is, supposed to be taken on these spots where the drill is likely to happen tomorrow. But, as and when it happens, it has to be seen how the civil defense, the teams, they conduct the drills, because let's not forget, we were speaking about the metros and the underground bunkers and all in various other parts of the country. Kolkata has a very long metro line, and it's not a year back, or it does have a long history associated to it, and it's the oldest metro line that India has. So it has to be seen how the government over here plans to conduct these mock drills and utilize the resources that it has.
So very often why Suryagni is also talking about these metro stations is because these stations turn into bunkers in many parts of the country in the absence of bunkers. Let me bring in Abdul Bashir. He's joining us live from Hyderabad. What about the city of Hyderabad? It is very much going to see these mock drills, but is not considered to be high threat. It falls under category 2, which is a moderate threat zone. But having said that, it's been identified as one of the cities that will have these mock drills. Hyderabad, Abdul, I'm sure, is gearing up for these drills. And it isn't just Hyderabad. There are specific locations in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh too that have been identified.
Well, yes, Hyderabad and Visakhapatnam both are the locations where this security drills or mock drills will be conducted. When we talk about Hyderabad, Hyderabad is completely geared up, which comes under category 2. Of tomorrow at 4 p.m. is where this mock drill will be held. The integrated command control center, along with it, other locations, several locations where industrial sirens will be activated sharp at 4 o'clock, after which the preparation will start. And at 4:15 is where the civil defense services, 12 of the civil defense services will come into action, where 4 locations will be decided where this mock drills will be held, where the police, fire brigade, medical services, revenue and municipal officials, including SDRF, will be on the ground, where a situation will be created where how to evacuate people, get the injured people out, make a note of the missing persons. Everything will be done after air strike intimation from air raid information that will be given from the integrated command control center to these 12 civil defense services. Now, these 12 civil defense services will be on ground at these 4 locations where the whole mock drill will be conducted, and at 4:30 p.m. is where the whole action will end. So this half an hour time has been decided by the Telangana government.
And in other parts of the country will mostly happen at about 4 in the evening. But we're going to be tracking all the latest updates. The reason I got all of our reporters to join us on this broadcast is to give you a sense of how we're covering every single part of the country and the drills that will be taking place tomorrow. But I'd like to thank all of them for joining us on this broadcast. We will get you the latest updates on those drills.